Okay, let's get started. Today we're going to look at how to move your wellness business online. Um, we'll look at different tools that we use to build wellness businesses, and we'll look at them one by one. And this is my favorite topic. So I know I've added a little bit to this and I've changed it. And no matter where you are with your business right now, this is a good maybe 45 minutes to an hour to spend. So I would say close your door, turn off your cell phone, don't use your browser, and use a pen. You should have been sent some things by email when you sign this up. And if you don't have it with you, just go back and get it after the call. I think that you'll be interested to see it. See if we can get this to move. Okay. So in this call, you're going to find out who we are and why we do what we do, and I'm going to keep that to the short form. Who would be interested in what we're sharing today, why you would want your business online, and there are a lot of good reasons for that, especially right now, and what all you need to run online programs successfully, and then how to run the online programs successfully. Especially right now, and what all you need. Now look at that. I'm seeing what I've um, I probably ought to turn off that prompter. Now I'm going to go over step by step what you need to get your business online right now. And it's important to know that we've spent the last few years learning ourselves, and we've been tweaking this information as we go. We've added to it, we've taken away from it, because we see sometimes that if there's too much there, it's overwhelming. And some of you have the time and money to do this all yourself. And regardless of whether you want to use our materials and technology or use parts of it, or if you want to do it all yourself, you're in the right place today, because we're going to give you a lot of useful information. About us, I'm going to give you the short form. I could go on and talk about it. I will tell you that I had no intention of getting into this business. I changed the way that I ate, and I ended up at the Institute of Integrative Nutrition. I also did Hippocrates and David Wolf's thing. And the thing was, I ended up in New York at one of their conferences where they had all those great people. A couple of them I've gotten to interview even. The very first one I went to, Dr. Furman, was in New York at the conference, and I just interviewed him for the podcast a couple weeks ago. So that's pretty exciting. But anyway, I went there with no intention of getting into this business. And I looked around, and there were thousands of health coaches, and they all had good intentions. They all had the knowledge that they needed, but none of them were working. And while I was there, I formulated a plan, and that's how this business got started. And we have, just like you will do with your business, we started out with one plan in mind, and as it exploded, Tyler says that, am I cutting out for anybody else? I can move my mic
No,
closer.
you're not cutting out at all for me.
Okay, cool. All right, so um, I had a, anyway, we've tweaked it just like you'll tweak your business. I was doing this off the top of my head, so I had to remember where I'm going with it. When I started this business, we were going to help health coaches get jobs, because I knew how to do that. I love the marketing end of it and the advertising, and I'd done a little practicing with it, and I had newspaper advertising that I needed to use up. And that worked out really well. But when I went to advertise for health coaches, we had 864 health coaches apply for the jobs that we had. And so I knew that I needed to do more than marketing. And so we ended up creating the programs, and with the programs we saw that the health coaches didn't have the business knowledge, and there weren't any jobs. There still aren't a lot of jobs for health coaches, so you almost had to get into business for yourself. And so that's how we ended up here. My ultimate goal was to help people get the whole business thing going with one package, and that's where we've ended up with. But it's also something that you can do for yourself, and as we go through this, I am going to show you what you need to do. So, a lot of components to running a business. And you probably found that out by now, whether you're just starting out or you've been in it a while. Even if you've been in it a while, there's things that come up that you weren't expecting. So we're going to go one by one and go through all of those. So a successful business narrows the target market and fills a need. I heard somebody say the other day that somebody told them that they didn't have to niche down, and you don't have to, but if you're going to do good business, then you do have to. Niching down helps you to reach your customer without spending so much money on advertising. It also helps you to create a message that they can relate to. Creating a brand that represents the identity and the values of the business and its owners as well as its customers. Establishing credibility as an expert in the field, providing a product or service that fills the needs of their target market, and that's part of niching down. Does marketing on a regular basis to establish trust and touch points. So marketing is more than just the getting your name out there. It's establishing the trust with the consistency and the same message every time. A successful business provides a good customer experience, has a website that provides a message, guides the viewer and promotes expertise, and has good copy that sells. Increases income with referrals from happy customers, and increases income by providing even more value to the customers that they already have. So these are our 6 steps, and they're consistently our 6 steps. First, you need the credentials, the business plan, the marketing plan, the website. You need support. Everybody needs support, ideas, and accountability, and then coach-client programs. This is the long list, and don't let it scare you. If you sat down and looked at almost anything, you could come up with enough of a list of little details involved with each one of the points. But each one is important, and doing it to get your business set up is important. So we've set up a system based on what works and what doesn't that saves you a lot of wasted time and money. And we'll discuss business plans, systems, and implementation. What you got in the email today was a spreadsheet that shows you how to figure the revenue and compare, and then also a little PDF workbook for you to work through while you're listening to what I'm sharing with you or afterwards. This worksheet, the point of this you're going to see in a few minutes when I go one by one and show you the difference between working one-on-one or even in groups by the hour as opposed to having these programs online because, and I'm just going to explain this real quick because we won't be coming back to this, but this efficiency I think is overstated at 40% efficiency. I don't believe that you can spend 40% of your day with customers. So that efficiency is related to how much of the day you can spend actually earning that $95 an hour or whatever it is. You might charge 150. And when you get this sheet, just put in, if you charge 150, stick that in there. If you're charging $75 an hour, stick that in there. You know, if you're working 40 hours a week, you can leave it. But if you're working 10 hours a week, then put it in there and see what your income really will do. And that's one thing that a lot of coaches don't do. And this is my favorite part, is figuring out what your potential for income is. And so if you look at this, and this is high numbers up here, compared to this down here. If you were to total all those up for programs that you're running intermittently through the year, it's a huge difference in what you can produce with the amount of time. I said I wasn't going to go into it, but I did. So who should be here listening? Anyone who's in physical, mental, spiritual health and wellness industry can benefit from having online programs. You all can benefit from our community as well. The more you all work together, the more you have to offer your customers and the stronger your wellness practice becomes. Our community consists of practitioners working together profitably from all different practices. And as we go through this, you're going to see the benefit of that. A lot of you treat each other as competitors, but you can be partners through this, whether it's in helping or sharing customers with different needs, depending on your niches, or even working with others to promote each other in your businesses. So you're missing the boat if you're a wellness professional and you aren't supplementing your income with the programs, not to mention the potential for increase in the level of care for your customers. One thing I want to make clear before we go any further, our community is lucky to have a lot of legal information and access to attorneys who are specialists in the wellness and the online arena. When I first got into this, I had to do a lot of searching for anybody that knew what they were talking about as far as the wellness laws goes. And I am very confident now that we have good information from attorneys, and we can also pass you on to good attorneys who can help you. But regardless of your medical designation, if you're a doctor, you're a health coach, you're a personal trainer, when we talk about the people that you work with, once they're online in their wellness programs or coaching and receiving materials for wellness and the general public, we don't call them patients anymore, because we're online and we cannot diagnose and treat no matter what your designation is. So they become customers or clients. And that's what keeps us safe in the online business, is treating them as one group of people instead of individual people, patients to be diagnosed. So some of the reasons that you might be here, and we did a poll of people that had wellness practices, and these were the top. There was 12 really big ones, but uncomfortable with sales, not enough clients or money, not enough time, not comfortable providing wellness information. There's a lot of people, believe it or not, that are lacking motivation and follow through. And it helps to have a group, a community around you and somebody to be accountable to. You're bad at business, and it doesn't mean that you are bad at business, but they feel bad at business and they don't feel confident in being the boss of themselves or other people. Technology challenged. You know, anybody that signed up for being a doctor or a health coach or a personal trainer, I almost guarantee that you guys did not want to go to computer school. So there's a lot of technology challenged. You have customers that you need to stay connected to during the stay-at-home period, or you'd like to have your online programs up and making money and changing lives as quickly as possible. And that's what we specialize in, is making it happen fast, because we have it all ready to go. We just need to get your information into it. But coaching isn't for everyone. You shouldn't be considering any type of investment in this if you're not 100% committed to being in an online wellness business, because it's a big investment of time and energy and money. If you don't have the money to invest in it right now, then regardless of whether there's payments or whatever, if you're not going to be able to feed your family, then this isn't a good time to do this. Success isn't ever a straight line. A lot of people who haven't been in an entrepreneurial position before aren't ready for the twists and turns and the bumps and the detours that are out there. There's unexpected things in business. I've had people in my business that get frustrated with me because I change a lot. But to be successful, you need to be ready to change when it's time to change, because there's times when circumstances are different, and there's never been anything quite so in your face as what's going on right now, where you need to make some changes to adjust. And in our case, it's where we're needed more. We need to be out there and we need to be helping people. And there's not a better time for any of you guys to be online helping people, because everybody needs it. And this is a good change for health coaches, and it's a good change for, you know, everybody in your community or anybody that you can help, because you can help them. It was important before, but it's especially important now. If there's any doctors on this call, you don't have to do it alone. There are at least 50 or 60 health coaches on this call who would help you, who would step in and work with your customers with you. So there's never been a better time for health coaches. So the benefits to your clients of having an online practice, well, let's start with you. Benefits to you is it cuts your workload and adds to your income. That's good. It allows you to work from any place. Right now I can't because of the borders, but I can go to England and work in England and nobody knows that that's where I am, and I don't have any limitations. I can go visit my mom in Florida and I have no limitations. So you can work any place, anytime. It allows you to spend less time answering phone on little problems. It develops a bridge between you and your client by helping to make them sure that they can reach you, and you can make sure that they understand and follow instructions. You'll gain access to day-to-day progress of the client. It adds to your reputation for being up with the times. It is the way of the future. Any health professional who provides these services shows that they keep up with important changes in your industry, and it provides a competitive advantage while it offers additional cash flow. For your customers, there's a lot of benefits too. They set and accomplish goals in ways that's empowering and exciting that they can't normally do when they've got one visit at a doctor's office. It gives them a sense of belonging and accountability. It allows them to work with you safely from home. And that's really important right now. Sometimes working from home and in an online situation makes a person feel more mentally comfortable with sharing too. They understand better and adopt and maintain healthy habits. They learn a lot about new foods and how they can easily incorporate them. With a lot of our programs, they'll learn about mindfulness and releasing stress and exercise, and they can learn anything through one of the courses. They understand the relationship between stress and self-care. Sometimes we have to remind ourselves. They have more time that is spent on their issues, and then they have a system of support. When you set them up in a group through an online program, they have a lot of support, and it's good for them because then they give support back, and that gives them a whole other level of good habits. I won't read this to you, but I put a couple of these in because I think it's important that the world is seeing the necessity for health coaching right now. 8 years ago, my husband said we were about 5 years ahead of our time with the health coaching, but I think that we are right in it, where everybody knows that we're needed, between insurance and immunity and everything that's going on, and the cost of healthcare. they're seeing that health coaching is an economic solution to health and wellness too. Nobody out there should be selling themselves on price, because there isn't any comparison between having heart surgery and paying for a year of health coaching. Almost everything that you want right now is not in your comfort zone. You should feel good about feeling uncomfortable. That's an entrepreneurial feeling. Get used to it, and you'll get used to it, and it becomes a lot easier with practice. So you're going to learn what it takes to get your wellness business online and moving and making money. And now we'll get down to business. Online programs do make you money. With one-on-one coaching, your income is limited by the number of hours in the day. And with online programs, your income potential is virtually unlimited. You are in a position to have 1 to 22 programs. I wouldn't suggest having more than 2 or 3 programs tomorrow, up and helping customers and producing income next week. There are a lot of courses out there. There's a lot of courses on almost any topic, and they're becoming more and more acceptable. There's people doing voice lessons on the internet now. There are people that are taking college courses and getting degrees on the internet now. And the amount of money spent on courses is incredible. And it was supposed to, this was originally before COVID-19. And so I would imagine that that number just quadrupled. And why shouldn't you be one of the people that is doing that? You've got a lot to share, and you can make a difference in more people's lives, the more people that you can access and help. So here's the numbers. And when I tell you these numbers, just think this is money that you could have. It's money that you don't have in your practice right now. And you make the initial investment of time and money, and there's absolutely no cost of goods going forward. You talk about a furniture store, they've got cost of goods in the fact that they have to pay for the furniture that they're selling. But when you have this up and running and you paid your original amount for it, you've got zero cost of goods for what you're selling. People talk about how much it costs to advertise on Facebook. That's for somebody that's been in a brick and mortar business, that's the astounding thing, is that you go out and you spend $5,000 on Facebook advertising, and it brings you in $75,000 in sales with no cost of goods. Okay, this shows the 12-day detox. $99 would probably be the least. We've got Hannah selling it for $47 in Botswana, but I think for the $99, that might be an equivalent of $5 there. So $47 is quite a good sale there. So anyway, $99, it could sell for $197. We have a lot of people that sell it for $197, and then 120 sales. And that's one of the easier programs to sell. That's $11,880. And it's just as easy to run this for 120 people as it is to run it for 2. The 28-day spiritual cleanse, $97 would be really cheap for that. Normally we think like $397 for that, but to keep it low, 400 sales of that would be $38,800. Plus these little ones are perfect sales funnels up to bigger programs. So you can take the people that have spent $97 here or $397 here and take them into a $6,000 coaching program. Slim, Sexy, and Smart. It's generally sold about the same as the spiritual cleanse. So 169 is cheap still for that. That one's normally what, 197, 297. So 200 sales of that, which could be one group, is 33,800. This one's a good one if you've got an MLM product or something that you create and sell, that you can add that in. Actually, you can do that pretty easily with any of these programs. Here we got pictures of all of these. This amount right here is based on the 3-month program. The thing is, with the 3-month program, you're coaching too often. So the number of those sales are limited, but this money right here, this 25,200, also includes money for your time. And I know there's a big difference between 300 and 1,800 here. And the variable in this is your time too. So this is limited by your hours. And when you look at the bigger number, you can either sell as many as you have time to put that time in to make that worth that, or you can hire health coaches to work with you that can work with that too. And that can be a very profitable way to do it. You need to be able to meet the need for time. So if you're working with $600 or 600 people, I'm sorry, then you can hire someone to meet with these people. You pay them maybe $60,000 a year and sell 200 at 1,800, and then your net from that would be 300,000. So you've got the 360,000. You're paying somebody 60,000 to work with them, and then your net is 300,000. So there's a lot of different ways to do this. The pure program is the same way. The difference in price is the variable is your time. And so it works the same way. And then you adjust this amount by how much you charge. If you only charge $50 an hour, then you're going to charge less than this. If you charge $300 an hour, you're going to charge a lot more than that. So on the dollars for hours thing, $75 an hour times 20 clients is $1,500. And if you work 52 weeks a year with no vacation, your max would be 78,000. And it would be really difficult to do this unless you're charging a lot more. You'd need to maybe charge $150, $250, $300 an hour. And it's easier if you have a program to go along with it to charge more. So this is the difference between that 72,000 or whatever it was, and then adding up those programs. And that's just running 5 different programs a year. It would be 800,000 compared. So there's a big difference between if you're working with people one-on-one or in a group and whether you're selling programs, because you can sell an unlimited number of programs and you don't have an unlimited number of hours. I am a big proponent of memberships. And the reason is you can have expected income that way. So if you're charging a subscription amount of $10 a month, and I would say what, $17 to $199 a month is what could practically be charged, depending on what you're including in the membership, then you can rely on cash flow. You can look at a cash flow report and know that tomorrow you've got 42 people paying a subscription amount of, say, $50. Or, and then the next day, maybe you've got 20 people paying the subscription amount, but you know how much money you've got coming in every day. And for a lot of health coaches, that's like a dream come true. So 50 members at $17 a month would be $10,200 annually. 500 members at $199 a month would be over $1 million. And 5,000 members at $47 a month would be almost $3 million. It's funny how you can jump 200,000. We'll say 2,820,000 and not take for granted that $180,000. So from getting your clients to delivering your programs, we're going to look at what all is needed to build your well-oiled machine. And the one thing before we start is while you're looking at this, it's important to differentiate between spending time and money and an investment. Everything should be done with the expectation of return many times over. So this is an investment. It's not spending money that you will never see anything back. Be optimistic. Positive thoughts help you to be more successful. Studies prove that this is true. Right now, it's kind of hard to do. We've got some programs we just put out that stress a lot of positive thinking and gratitude. Sit down and be grateful every day. It does. If you think positive, then better things happen throughout the day. So we've got 6 steps, and I showed you the 6 steps a minute ago, and I'm going to go over them one more time, and then we'll go individually. Certification and credentials, business plan, marketing plan, website, support ideas and accountability, and coach client programs. The certification, it's important that you know your scope of practice and what's required. Know what you need to feel comfortable with these programs and which holes you may need to fill. It might be that a doctor does not need to go to health coaching school, but needs to hire a health coach. This way you've got your certification either through yourself or through somebody else. With a health coach, you can't diagnose and treat. You're not a doctor, but if you're working with a doctor, you can still provide that to your customers. So there's ways to do it. You can go back and get education and do it yourself, or you can partner with somebody. And either way, you're able to be in business and offer your clients what you want to offer them. Second is you need a business plan. And that was one of the first things that I did after we did our first couple programs, was I saw that health coaches didn't really get into it to be in business and didn't have a lot of entrepreneurial experience. So the business plan is so important. Even somebody who is, say, a registered dietitian that's had an office working with people for 20 years, and now nobody can come into the office, and so they're working with people online. Well, it's a whole different business, and it's important that you sit down and make another business plan. I have people that have gone through our Building Abundance business planning program over and over and over again because they make changes in their business, and it's smart to do that. You don't have to do the whole thing over, but you need to adjust as you change your business. So we have taken small business guidelines from the Small Business Association and the business plan, and we have targeted it and specialized it for health coaches and for anybody in the wellness business online. So we start off with understanding entrepreneurship, and there's a big pros and cons, and should you be in business or should you not? And then there's if you don't want to be in business, some other options. We set a mission statement, 3-year goals, ideal client avatar identification, which is niching down, and then competitive advantage and market share. And that's really important. And part of the niching down gives you the ability to have that competitive advantage and market share, where you look at the internet and you see 400,000 health coaches. And the thing that you have to remember is that there's way over 400,000 people that need health coaches. So it's not an oversaturated market, but you do need to get your voice out there, and you need to be able to control your own market share. Team building, and then again, back to the unique market niche and value proposition, products and services. I've had companies come to me and they say, we figured out how to get customers and they figured out how to market, but they have nothing to sell. So it's important that you have something to sell. And there's a lot of you that don't realize where you have some assets for building your business and finding customers. And once you do, you want to have something to sell them. So that's products and services, a marketing plan, and that you just set it up and you run it over and over and over again as long as it's working. And if it quits working, you tweak it and put it back out there. Sales, which for health coaches and anybody in the wellness industry is easy because we're used to listening and helping people and finding what they need. And that's all selling your programs is. Customer experience, which is really important. You have customers who go through and don't like what's happening, or too confused all the time, or can't get a hold of you or somebody who can represent you, then that's a poor customer experience. But if you can follow the customer experience through and see that everybody that you're working with is having a good experience, then that's really important. So we include that too. A financial plan, and that's part of the sheet where you're projecting revenue and then also expecting expenses too. So you need that. Competitor analysis. We do a lot of market research, and it's really fun. It scares a few people, but you know, if you get past the name of it, it's fun to see what other people are doing. You don't copy other people, but you can learn what people are doing right, and you can learn what people are doing wrong, and it saves you a lot of time and money. Let's see, compare product analysis. You need to know that what you've got is being given to your customer in the right order and as they need it. And that's part of the niching down and understanding your client's needs too. Financial statements, that helps you to keep on top of everything and make changes when you need to. And community is really important, and giving back. You know, anytime that you have a business, it's important that you give back to your community. Okay, we'll look at each piece. We've got the marketing plan. You've got the opt-in, the autoresponder, the sales page, and a lot of this probably sounds like Greek, or you've seen a little bit, or it's been piled on you from someplace in a non-linear fashion. This is all important that you have all this in place, consistent, and done in the right order. So we'll start with marketing and launch plan, a strategy set and implemented to automate your list building. And then one of the theories and the practices of being online is giving valuable free information in exchange for potential customer information. So what we're doing is we're trading, you know, something of value to them for their email and name, and that gives us a potential client. Part of marketing is the autoresponder campaign. To me, this is one of the more boring things, but it's really important. It's communicating with your customer. It's taking their name and their email first and then sending them a string of information afterwards. Sales page for the opt-in offer. Believe it or not, you need to sell harder on something for free than something that you're charging for. So this is really important. I gotta move this and make sure I'm not going ahead of myself. Okay, so this is the boring part, the autoresponder. These are just, there's a ad templates, three different emails in a sequence of emails to help move them from your free offer to your paid offer. And then after that, the people who haven't bought go into a sales sequence, and then after that a nurture. So if they haven't bought, they'll go into the nurture where you start sending them free information, and that makes selling online very gentle. And that's one of the things that I love about selling online, is that you can give out free information and you don't have to push people. As long as you're continuing to give information that they find valuable to their life, then they will continue to read it. And when they're ready, they call you. And it's that easy. The more that they see you, the more you establish your credibility and expertise, and the more likely it is that when it's time for them, they will call. And you know, some of that could inspire them to move a little bit quicker if there's something in there that touches one of their pain points, which is another reason to narrow your niche. Most business failure happens because of lack of business knowledge and experience. They call it incompetence, but really what it is just lack of knowledge. 46% of businesses fail because of poor decisions based on lack of planning. So that's why having a business plan is so important. Your website is important. I've had a couple of people say you don't have to have a website to be in business. And there's even some businesses that sell you a website on their website, which you're not establishing SEO if you've got it going to somebody else. But it's important that you have your own website with your own hosting company and your own URL. On the website, you should have marketing pages, automation, traffic analytics, advanced marketing, e-commerce. That means you can accept payments, delivery systems for programs, and customer records management is really important, and that's keeping track of your customers. We have the starter sites, and we created it for that reason. We were able to do it pretty inexpensively. We created one, and then we duplicated it over, and then we restyled it. So we got tons and tons of different styles, and you can change the styles. So these are all the things that we found were important to put in there. I like the Divi theme. I like the Divi theme since it came out. But we got a lot of designs, unlimited number of pages. You want to be able to go in and change your website on a whim. I change my website every day. So having to have a website person like in the olden days and wait a month until they get time because they've been working on everybody else's stuff would drive me up the wall. These you can go in and you can change it anytime you want. We put in on these a home page, an about me page, a my mission page, a blog page, and you can either blog or not. You can turn that blog page into a podcast page, contact, shop, gifts, resources, landing, got thank you pages. And the more you pull people back onto your website, or the more people that you direct to your website, the better off you are. I'm not going to read the rest of that, but I will tell you, if you're running an ad, don't send them straight to your opt-in on MailChimp or Infusionsoft or wherever it is that you have. Send them to your website so you create traffic on your website. And they may not be looking to buy something today, but having the traffic there is good for you. So I would use every single one of those pages. I wouldn't put them all in the menu. Keeping it simple and guiding your person through the website is really important too. This is a membership site, and we've got membership sites that we put our programs into. And the difference between, we've got two websites, and the difference between the two is one is a regular website to promote your credibility, receive contacts, give out valuable information, and most importantly, collect people's email and name. And this one is a website to keep all of your programs safe. So if you're selling programs, you don't want to put them on a website where somebody can come in and get them for free. This website locks them up using a membership plugin. And when the person buys, it releases it to them by giving them a username and a password, and then delivers it to them sequentially. So this is an important part of making selling your programs easy. You can send out your programs by email when you're first starting out, but if you mean to do serious business, you should have something that you can lock your programs up and keep them safe, and then release them as you want to in a secure manner. Coaching increases the rate of success by 90%. I watched that with Building Abundance, and we tried a variation of that too just recently. It didn't go very well. You need a coach, you need a group coach, and you need somebody to hold you accountable, somebody to collaborate with. And regardless of where you are, what you're doing, it's important that you do that. Wellness programs. You can write your own program. I've even got a course. I haven't put it out. Well, I guess we've used it once, but we got a course on how to write your own programs, but it's a lengthy procedure. I can tell you that we've got a nice team, and it's still a complicated procedure to put out a new program. And we've got a bunch of wellness programs that are all physician approved and ready to go. So you can do it yourself or you can do it the easy way. We've got all these programs. We just put out the cleanse, a 21-day all natural cleanse. And then we've also got the membership. And I told you, I think that memberships are the way that you guys should go. I was teaching the membership mastery course and everybody got to a certain point with that. And they would have maybe 5 programs and we'd have it all established, you know, how to decide what information to give to people when, because it's important that you release that information at the time that they're ready for it, and that one piece of information doesn't get to them before another piece, that it just guides them in the right direction and moves them along towards their goal. So I found that people were having trouble with that. So we created Natural Health Immersion. And this program, this membership program, is perfect for everybody. It's it has food and movement modules, and it has natural health procedure modules, and then it's all backed up by science. So you're looking at things like sound therapy and light therapy and all kinds of natural therapies, even just stress relief and all of that. And it all comes out sequentially over a year. And it's easy. It's all set up here. That was took a long time to create, but it's an incredible program and it goes out for a year. And the thing is you can sell a couple of memberships for it and it pays for itself. So modules, workbooks, videos, we got different things with different programs. We've got audios now because I like listening to things when I'm going for a walk or sitting in a car waiting for somebody. And then administrative and marketing tools. And we just this year added workshops and sales sequences to every single one of our programs. So they all have that go with them. Okay, so these are the 6 steps again. Certification, business plan, marketing plan, website, support ideas and accountability, and coach client programs. You need something to sell. And I think that you should be selling programs and not just your time, because you are very limited with your time. And this is important to make a decision from where you want to be, not from where you are now. Look at where you want to be in a year with your business and make a decision from there. What would you be doing if you already reached your current goal? So when you're thinking about what you should do, look at it that way. Business partnerships. I'm not going to take very long with this, but I do want to tell you about this. I think business partnerships are very important, and it's one of the things that have helped me bring this business forward as fast as it did. It can be the difference between, you know, bringing in 40 people with a Facebook ad and an opt-in offer a day to being able to bring in 6,000 people from somebody who has a good following and a nice list of, you know, maybe 40,000 people. You get exposed to 40,000 people. So I'll go through this quick. We've got business partnerships with supplement companies, beds, whoops, my favorite one, and it keeps popping through it, Vitamix. I think everybody could use a Vitamix, but I'm not saying that these are people and you can get to them through us, but I'm saying, think about this. When you sit down and think, who can I work with? Think about people that offer your same customer, that have the same customer and offer value in a different way than you do. And those are the people that you want to partner with. So we've shown you what you need. Now, let me tell you how we can help you get the online programs up and running for your practice. The nice thing about being in business for yourself is that you can build the business formed on your own values and principles and strengths, and it gives you the confidence and clarity to run your own business and make decisions based on your plan, the plan that you make with those points. And it allows you to spend your time a lot better based on your plan. You're not going in all different directions and, you know, doing the shiny object thing. If you've got a plan, it helps you to avoid that. And when you work with us, you have your very own team of experts working with you towards your business success. So we put together packages, business packages. And the first thing is the starter site. And you know what? We're going to fly through this because I kind of overdid it when I explained it to you in the earlier slides. These are some of the different styles that we have for the website. And we've got the pages figured in there. We've got the plugins in there. And then we've also got support for you. We've got the starter membership, and I just changed the design on that. It's really pretty. And I guess we still have this one too, so you can make the choice. But you've got the welcome to your member area, and then where it releases your programs, those only show up if you have those programs, and then it only shows up for your customer if they paid for it. This is the program release for ours. You can choose one for the regular platinum package. You can choose one premium, and I better change this because we've got a lot more premium. And you can choose from 3 standard programs, and the 3 standard programs also include the community programs. So with the membership, you get a choice of, I guess there's no choice, it's figured for you. If you've already got like Up Life, then you can talk to us and we'll switch that out. But the membership program is in the membership platinum package, and Up Life. And the way that we use this is Up Life is used in a free group online, and you funnel people from that free group into the paid group. And Up Life has 365 days of action steps. So you know that your people are going to have consistent growth if they do those action steps. If they don't do them, they're not going to have consistent growth. We include the membership, or the Inner Circle membership, and that has the 3 courses, and it also has an extra program. That's a 12-month program that we originally, it's 369 and 12-month programs, and I originally built that so that it could be used in addition to coaching, and it's helped a lot of coaches get started and feel comfortable because it gives you valuable educational information to pass along to your customer while you're working with them. We've got Mentoring Mondays, which we've now changed to Inner Circle Weeklies because we do it on Thursdays, where I have interviewed a lot of great people, and I continue. I think Dr. Furman's interviews going up in there too. We continue to interview great people, and those are exclusive to you guys in your video library. We've got a recipe book and blogs that you can reuse. We've got a lot of opt-in offers, and we keep growing those. These 2 have been incredible for us. I think we got 6,000 or 7,000 new people on our list just from giving out those coloring books. And what's great is that these have been extra good because they have health tips on them. Plus, a lot of people have been giving them to schools and to nursing homes and places. We gave it to one of the nursing facilities here that were locked down. They had like 3 COVID cases, and they all got better, which I don't think is due to our coloring book, but our coloring book did help them to get through all of that. But those are all free things that come with it. These are the courses I told you about. We've got the Building Abundance, which is the business plan. We've got Online Marketing Mastery, which it explains my marketing plan, and then it teaches you how to duplicate it, and it's you'll actually implement it as you go through it. And these courses are very linear. It's not something where you're going to feel like you got all kinds of information thrown at you. You do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and as you do each thing, it gets done and you're set up. And then we've got Membership Mastery. And for those of you who do the membership package, you do not have to go through that course. We built all of that in and made all the decisions for it in the natural health immersion, but it's helpful to go in there and see that there were 5 other options that you could have picked, and you can expand it. So this goes through and explains a lot, and this is a great course. That's all in there. group coaching, which I think is incredibly important. We did a tester with that, and I can attest to the fact that coaches are really important. 45 minutes onboarding call. We didn't used to have that. We added it because it helps you guys to get grounded and know exactly where you're going with it. So we've actually split it up, and you'll spend like 15 minutes with Amanda at the very beginning. And then when you've got all your websites done and ready to go, you'll spend time with her again so that you're sure that you understand everything. And that time is incredible. These are different opt-in offers. We've got a list building package that's included in our business packages, and that's where we actually will go in and customize this list building offer and put it into your autoresponder, and then implement your opt-in on your website, which makes it a lot easier for you. And then we added 3 months of base technical support just so that we can get you started well with having your plugins updated. And if you need any help with different things on your website and getting you off on the right foot. And then we got a really big bonus right now, and that is branding your website. And it includes putting your logo up there. We'll take the copy that you send us and put it on the website, which will save you a lot of trouble and frustration. If you send us photos, we'll switch out the photos. Any of those photos can be changed on the websites. We customize with your brand colors and fonts. If you give us your social media links, we'll add those. We'll set up your menu for you, your widget, if you ask for that, and we give you a form to fill out. And then if you want to, and this is an additional option, we can do other things. We've got where we will do your custom color palette and create a logo. And so we've got that available on the website if you want to up this free bonus. And then also we can, outside of your website, we can also customize your programs, but that's for an extra charge. These are some websites that we've done that we customized ourselves. So they're very individual to the customer. You can see that if you put your picture up there, it becomes a lot more personal. And I recommend that everybody does that. People connect with you better that way. I'm going to skip over this. This is repetitive. I told you all about. Well, these are the topics we go over in the membership: branding, delivery, content, pricing, type, and retention. And retention is important with a membership program because you want to keep your members. Okay, so we've got 3 different packages. One is the Platinum, and it had the difference between the Platinum regular one and the membership is that this one you can pick one of the premium programs and 3 of the standard programs. And I've already told you what all else is included. With the membership, you get the membership program and Up Life. Whoops, I skipped over one. There we go. And then we've got corporate wellness one. And with that, you get the 12-month program. You get the 12-month program with all of them too. But the 12-month is a good one for corporate because it's modular and it's very interchangeable, and it's good to be able to fit the needs that HR tells you that they have. We've got certification for corporate work. We have the Clutter Cleanse, because that's a good one, Healthy Holidays. And this is a great one too if you want to work with corporations. So this is our prescription for online programs in those packages. There's also an optional business setup, but that's kind of subject to availability, and we could talk about it. The regular Platinum package has a lot in it, and the price is $5,997. Amanda, are you still awake?
I'm still here.
Can you do me a favor and look up what the 12-month payment is for that?
Yeah, 1 sec.
And then also the one for the membership site. The membership site is $64.97. This puts everything in order and in place, and it just makes it easier for you to get into business online. I wonder if this, so if this all comes out in a printout, I'll really see how bad I enunciate.
The platinum, oops. The regular platinum package, the 12-month payments, sorry, loaded, is $541.42.
Okay, so it's $59.97 or $541.42 a month.
Correct. And then it's
Okay.
$583.08 for the platinum membership.
Okay, and the platinum membership is $583.08 a month. And
Yes.
then we also have what, 2 pay option and 6 pay options, is that right?
And the one pay option, yes.
Okay, yeah, and the 1 pay, you're right. Okay, and then the corporate is $59.97, so it would be that same $542 as the platinum. All right, I'm done. Oops, wait, I'm gonna add this. And we went over this. This is the customization of the website is free right now. All right, and we are to, oh, you know what? I would just go to our website for this, and I'll bring that up in a second. I'll show you where to get it. Anybody have questions? I know I went over a ton of stuff.
Maya wanted to know, with the online business toolkit, is there a component on building community?
The business toolkit, the whole purpose of that is to get your opt-in out there, and it's to build your list, not your community. We do have that in Online Marketing Mastery, and then we talk about it a lot in the Inner Circle. We also added, you know what we've added, and I guess I don't go through what we've got in the Inner Circle enough on this call, but we added Facebook in an hour to that, and then social media playbook is all part of the Inner Circle now. And we do talk a lot about building community. You're welcome. I'm going to pull up our website and show you where to find it. So you go to the healthcoachgroup.com to store Platinum Business Package. It's the second one over here. And if you click on that, it gives you the options. And so if you're interested in the membership, you can't tell which one I think that you should get. Membership just makes life easy. You've got monthly income coming in all the time. So this gives you all the information. Again, a little bit maybe more precise than what I gave you, but I think I gave you a lot of information on it. This will give you everything on here, and then you can just purchase now. I think if you don't want to go through all the stuff that we went over on the call again, you can just hit I'm ready now up here, and it pops up here. And yeah, see, there's the price. This one has this is missing the other options on the membership, Amanda. It's got $583.08. That'll be fixed probably in just a couple minutes so that it'll have those other payment options.
I'm still just seeing the slide.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Aren't you guys glad? Okay, let's see how much of it you all understood since you didn't see it. This was in front of me instead of you. I got a couple monitors going here. Okay, so we're in the store. We started out at home. We went to the store. I got to get some of this stuff from Zoom out of the way. Okay, we went to Platinum Business Packages here. I picked the membership one for you. And this is it. You can go in here and buy it, or you could go all the way down here and there's tons of information. There's a comparison on the page before this of the different business packages.
Maya wants to know if the deluxe branding is free right now with 12 pay or only full pay, but I think she meant not the deluxe, but the
We
custom.
have 3 different kinds of branding, Maya. We've got one that's just site fill, one that is, hey, Amanda, would you look at the price difference between the one that we've got that we're doing free with this right now and the next one up? And then the deluxe branding is, I think it's like $1,000 or $1,200 extra. The one that's free is $1,800 if you buy it by itself. But if you need like a logo and you want us to do your colors and your company branding statement and all of that, then I think it's like another $1,000, $1,200. Amanda, did you find it?
Not quite, I'm almost there.
I moved it so it's harder to get to.
Yeah, I had to quickly log in.
This one shows the 6 payments, the 12 payments, and the single. So
it's almost twice the amount. So it's the starter site customized that comes with a package is $17.97. The deluxe is $36.97.
okay, so it's like $2,000 more. That's setting up the branding of your entire business. We do like a letterhead and a business card and all of that too.
Tyler wanted to know if he can set up a call next week with someone to discuss further. And I think you had it up on your screen there where it said chat with Cathy.
Yeah, you know what? It's chatwithcathy.com. Let me go back to, oh, we know where that is because we're in front of it. Right there, www.chatwithcathy.com, and it's CATHY. That'll give you the times that I'm available. And if you guys want to talk today, send an email to support@thehealthcoachgroup.com. My schedule may show that I don't have time, but I've got a couple of calls this afternoon and I can squeeze a couple more in if somebody has questions. And it doesn't have to take very long because you've already heard a lot of the detail. You may just have a couple of individual questions that I can answer.
Tyler does also want to know if they are able to purchase access to an individual program to sell or multiple programs, or do they have to purchase a membership?
No, you can get an individual program all by itself. You know what? Let me put that one back up again. What did I do? Bury it underneath there. Ha ha, it's magic. Okay. If you just go to the store, ready to launch programs and workshops, we got a ton of them. We just put out the cleanse. This is the membership one that I told you about. I'm going to move the chat box out of the way so I can, then this is the cleanse, and this cleanse is great. This is 21 days and it starts out gently, but it's not so gentle in the self work that you do. We've got a lot of forgiveness and responsibility and negative thinking work and gratitude and all kinds of things. This is a really good new program. It just like in the last couple of days came out. Art of Aging is a great program, and we've got that for women or men. We've got Healthy Gut, which is exceptional. So we've got more premium programs than what my presentation showed. We got Healthy Habits, which was our very first premium program. And I've had people with health coaches, thousands of pounds lost, not one person, but a lot of good work with this. And it doesn't stress any particular dietary theory, but it does have 3 sets of recipes, one vegan, one, I'm sure you guys want to know all this, one vegan, one kind of a standard diet, and then one paleo. So there's different ones with that. Healthy Home is a great one. Life Matters is all the things that you didn't learn in school. And we've got schools using this one, and community centers and coaches and everybody. I'm thrilled with the way this one's working out. A Lighter Life. This is like something that I think everybody should go through once or twice a year just to clear out the barnacles in their ego and their actions and their relationships and interactions. And it's a great program. Pure is whole food plant-based, and it's a forgiving whole food plant-based where it's not so strict, and you can administer it any way that you want. If you've got a strict group, you can do it strict, or you can explain, and we do explain in there the difference between plant-based, whole food, vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian, and just adding more plants into your diet. So it's a great program. Sleep is an incredible program that can affect everything. This is the cleanse program that's just came out. And then our standard programs are the 12-month program, 7-day gut health, 12-day detox. And we've got a jump start for Art of Aging too. Mindset Reset, I actually created this one to as a prequel to Natural Health Immersion, because we had a lot of people who wanted to, when you first start out, you don't want to run a launch and have people come in once a year because, unless you're Marie Forleo, you can't really afford to do that. So this little program here was created to funnel people into Natural Health Immersion, but at the same time, it can also funnel people into any of these other programs too. Then we got Slim, Sexy, and Smart, and that's one of our very first programs, and it's a fun one, and it's a good one. It's 28 days, and we've got the 28-day spiritual cleanse, and we've got people who love this one and just run it over and over and over again. And then community programs, which the difference between these and the other ones is that these are not released through those membership sites I showed you. They're released into a group like on Facebook. And the magic of these is the interaction between the people. So Maya, I think it was you that was asking about community. Any of these programs here build your community really well. And it forms relationships and good habits, and it's just a great thing to do. The very first one we did was Healthy Holidays, and it doesn't stress so much losing weight or killing yourself with exercise, but keeping up healthy habits and focusing on gratitude and giving and other aspects of the holiday. So those are good. And then we've got supplemental programs, and we've got 2 new ones of those coming out. These are specialty programs. And so we've got one on diabetes. We've got one on liver disease that's coming out next week. We've got one on mindfulness that's coming out next week. And then the ones that we have in place, we've got advanced nutrition, advanced exercise. I guess I could click on it and read it and see. Let's see. Liver disease, be mindful. Those are the 2 new ones. Diabetes, eat for health. Essential oils, that thing has got everything you could ever want to know about essential oils. Exercise, fat burning and weight loss, love languages, meal planning, this is a great one. Meditation manual, and we actually did the meditation manual, and it got so much attention and people loved it so much that's why we created the 28-day cleanse. So anybody that gets the 28-day cleanse, you'll have the meditation manual in there because we built that around this meditation manual. Vitamins and supplements. That's it for now. We've got cancer, hormones, migraines, and immunity coming up. And now I've gone through all the programs. I don't know if that's what you wanted, but I did.
Maya does want to know which branding package is needed if she wants programs customized.
If you want the programs customized, then we'll see if this is, we have a private store inside our membership area, and you can go there. Some of those programs are big. Amanda, give me this won't happen to you. It just happens to administrator.
Do /main.
Pardon? Main?
Yeah, /main.
That's too easy. I'm going to put that in my header. Whoops.
You did, yeah. That's why it's giving the no results.
Oh, come on. That was a long answer to a short question, wasn't it? Oh,
Oh, it's got you cached. Okay. If you go into the dashboard. Oh, you just want a regular. Okay, hang on one sec. Do /private-store.
okay. Up here on your member area, there's this link right here that says private store. This won't happen to you. It only happens to me because I've got an administrative login. So business coaching, certification, graphic design. So it's under here, and you can get the program customization right in here. We also have smart logos. And you know what? The thing is that a lot of you guys start out and you start off with one logo and then you change the direction as you go. These smart logos are like $57 and we can put them together for you so that you look professional in a hurry. So we offer those too if you have our programs or a customer that's in our private store as well. So all these things are in the private store on the other side in the membership area. Are there any other questions?
Not currently.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. You're welcome. Bye-bye. Have a great weekend.